Hello, 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 my Get It Done crew. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone is doing good. I'm coming on here for a little lunch and learn before I have to. Hey, Coach Laquita, welcome on in before I have to go to an appointment. Hey, Diamond. So, if you are new to my platform, I'm just going to introduce myself. I'm Ashley M. King. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I was trying to be quick. So Ashley M. King, the Get It Done Queen. I help people of faith tell their story by writing a book and leverage the message to create brands, just not books. So the question that I've been getting quite often is, how do I get my book onto Walmart, Target, Barnes and Nobles, Books A Million, etc.? The simple answer is Ingram Spark. It is just that simple. That is the answer. However, I like to have consultations with people because everyone's strategy is different. Ingram Spark may not be the best platform for you. And so I'm going to talk about the different platforms between Ingram and Amazon, because a lot of people know Amazon. A lot of times I get authors and it's like, I want my book to be on Amazon, great. And then they've never heard of Ingram, or they've already put their book on Amazon and then they're like, I want to put my book on other platforms, and they've done something that's going to impact them getting their book on Ingram. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I have about 8 different categories that I'm going to compare the two to try to help you all understand the difference between these platforms. Hey, Investor Trust 5. So the first use, I'm going to talk about the platform use, the difference between Ingram and then Amazon. Of course, Amazon's KDP is much easier than Ingram. The upload is very simple, I believe. Of course, if you've never used it before, it may, present an issue. But platform use, to upload to Amazon is much easier than Ingram. I've had issues, though, where it can take about 45 minutes or longer to upload the interior and book cover to Amazon. And then with Ingram, it is not as long. It doesn't take as long as everything is in order. So KDP Amazon can fluctuate as far as time. Overall, the use of the interface of the sites are much easier. They have the bookshelf, they have reports that you can understand how many books you sold, the royalties, when you're getting paid. And just know that if you uploaded your book onto Amazon, your first check is cut like 60 days. So 30 days, they'll kind of, calculate everything, and you get your first check 60 days out, and then every 30 days after, you're going to get your royalty check. And if you sell anything over $10 worth of royalty, you do have to report that to the IRS. So that's the platform use. Pricing. Amazon is completely free. Of course, they're going to take their percentage of sales and all of that if you use them as a print on demand to use their platform. But of course, they have millions of users on their platform. So depending on how you set up your keywords, your marketing strategy, Amazon is perhaps the better platform for you, because if you're not good with marketing and don't understand business, Amazon has millions of users that surf KDP. Price on Ingram, it is not. Denise, ma'am, I'm live, please. She gonna bark again anyway. Ingram is not free. They charge $25 for an ebook. They charge $49 for a print book, and if you do ebook and print, it is $49, right? So it's best to kind of do both. However, you may not need an ebook for whatever your reason is, but it's best if you do have an ebook and print to do the $49. So this is where I'm going to cover some of this a little later, but with Amazon, if you need to make a change with your book, you can simply edit it, upload it again. It's free. With Ingram, if you need to make a change, you're going to be paying that $25 or $49 each change that you make. All right. And like I said in my other lives before, you need to have a credit card on file, because they're going to charge you each time. And I'll be getting into other reasons how Ingram charges you. So it is not free. And I'll talk about a little bit more. But as far as proofing, when you are wanting a proof of your book, with Amazon, before you publish or try to get published live, you can order up to 5 copies of an author proof. The only thing about the author proof copies, it's going to have that not for sale little silver lining on there. So if you want to kind of do like a book reel to kind of get some, generate some pre-sales, pre-orders or whatever, that's a turn off to some people. But you can go ahead and distribute, publish your book live on Amazon, order up to 999 copies of your book from them, and then, you just order like 5 or so just to make sure everything's how you want it. If by chance there's anything you need to change, then it's free, right? Hey, this is This Life I Live in Truth. Hey, welcome in. So, of course, if you need to make any changes, Amazon is free. Ingram. If you need to make a change, there's a fee. If you want to order a proof copy, they have kind of like 2 uploading systems. First is the upload or the approval for printing, and then second is for distribution. When you go for print, that is where then you would say, hey, I want to order, 1, 2, however many copies you want of your book, just to make sure everything looks how you want it to look. And then if by chance you have to make a change for whatever reason, there is that $25 or $49 fee that is involved in order to make a change. So this is why I like to have consultations with people. You can publish on both platforms at the same time. However, if you're publishing on Amazon, do not click the expanded distribution. Just publish on Amazon, because Ingram Sparks distributes to Amazon. Like, that is one of the platforms. Ingram Sparks is the big kahuna of publishing, of distribution. If you want your books in Walmart, Target, Barnes & Noble, Books a Million, etc., your book needs to be available on Ingram Sparks. So even if your book is not available on the bookstores of Target, Walmart, Barnes & Noble, someone can walk into Barnes & Noble and say, hey, I've been looking for this book X, Y, and Z by Ashley, whatever. Ingram, Barnes & Noble can go into the Ingram platform, order that book, and have it shipped to that store for that particular person. Now, if you get an influx of people that are ordering that book, perhaps that particular bookstore, because maybe it's a book about a particular region, that bookstore can order up to 500 copies or more. But I'm saying they can order like 500 copies of your book from Ingram and have it in that bookstore. If you by chance get the favor of God, or you've been out here networking, you can know a book buyer, and perhaps they can get your books into 500 of the Walmart stores, whatever it may be. You cannot get your book into Ingram, Walmart, Target, whatever, without it being on Ingram. That is the platform that they need to order. So I think I talked about the upload processing to Amazon, and if y'all have any questions, just ask. So generally, the upload is, in my opinion, much easier on Amazon. There is some kind of more information, like the metadata that you need to enter onto Ingram's platform. And should I miss anything with pricing? Okay, I think hopefully it'll come back to me if I did. So upload is pretty much easier on Amazon. And so do not do expanded distribution on Amazon's platform if you plan on going to Ingram. Once you upload to Ingram, you can just select do not, go into Amazon, because what's going to happen is your ISBN, if you got a free one, which I don't recommend, I have to talk about here later, but if by chance your ISBN is on, if by chance you did expanded distribution and you try to go through Ingram, it's going to block it, and you're not going to be able to kind of upload your book. You have to maneuver some things around, and it can be quite difficult, and I've experienced this, not realizing that the author had already did expanded distribution on Amazon. So definitely don't do that upload. If you are doing both, you're going to need 2 separate book covers. The book cover requirements from Ingram is slightly bigger than the one from Amazon. So if you are working with a illustrator, and this is what gets me frustrated, because I have people that's like, hey, I've already, got my book designed, but their book isn't formatted. So the illustrator did not perhaps properly format or design their book because the spine doesn't meet the requirements for the formatted book. Oh, that's fine, girl. Thank you for tuning in. You can watch the replay if there's anything you need to catch up on. So make sure that I generally have steps that I go through when I am working with authors, that the book is formatted prior to us finalizing the book cover. So you definitely want to make sure that the book cover is finalized. I'm sorry, the book format is finalized for the spine. Tongue tied. So 2 book covers if you are doing Ingram and Amazon. Now you can solely just go through Ingram. However, if you find mistakes, if you're not 100% confident, I recommend perhaps uploading to Amazon, ordering your proof copies that way, making sure everything is correct. Because once you upload to Ingram, if you need to make a change, those fees start to add up each time you need to make a change. Just make sure you do not click expanded distribution. Printing. The quality of the print, I would say, is pretty much the same. Some people say they prefer Amazon over Ingram. I'm gonna be honest, the books that I had from Ingram versus Amazon, I kind of did like Amazon better. So the printing quality, but it's not much of a difference. Please make sure that your illustrator is using CYMK, which I think all of them should. There's 2 different kind of like color codes, one for website and one for printing, which is CMYK. So I forgot what the C stands for the yellow, magenta, the black, the one that's in your printer. I think the RBG or RGB, that's the one for the computer. They should know this. However, I've come across this issue before. I think maybe it was just someone new trying to do some things. Don't know. Whatever. So printing. Generally, the cost to print on Amazon is going to be much, I won't say much, it's probably like $1 and some change cheaper to print on Amazon, to get your books printed through Amazon versus Ingram. Now I've had this, hey Renika, girl, hope you're doing okay. And everything's good with you. So I've had some people that was like, hey, I don't want to print my book, or I don't want my book to be on Amazon. But I'm like, you can still get your book printed on Amazon, so you can kind of make it live for a quick moment. Print it, just don't promote it, and then unpublish your book from Amazon and have your books. I'm not saying to do this, but hey, that is the way that you can print your book. I've known some people, this is up to you, that Amazon had their terms and conditions that your book cannot be cheaper on other platforms. And generally, the platform that would get people in trouble was Google Play, because Google Play can drop the prices of the book without letting you know. And so, of course, the algorithm of Amazon would search Google Play and find out that your book's cheaper, and then Amazon would drop their prices, and you'd be like, what happened? But your book is on Google Play, and Google Play just be doing what they want to do. So, what some people do, and it's up to you, how you feel, your integrity, whatever, is I don't think Amazon is searching individual sites. So what they would do is, say if your book is selling for $25, normally it's $25 on your website. They would sell it for $35 on Amazon, because Amazon does take an arm and a leg. I'd say they take about 40% or 60%, depending on the distribution of your book. And once again, this is why I like to have consultations with people, because if you're someone that you are business savvy, you understand entrepreneurship, you already have like a following, you're in that type of world, you understand, you're more than likely okay with getting books shipped, having them printed, shipped to you, you printing them out, you shipping them out, making sure your customers are taken care of. However, if you're new to the business world and you're just like, I only want to test this out and I'm only going to do this one book, then I'm going to say perhaps keep your book on Amazon. Because one thing you don't want to do is mess up, your name as far as an author or a business person by not being timely and shipping out your books. As well as when you have a marketing plan, it can change. When I was pregnant around my 7 months, I didn't care to be shipping out no books. So everything I promoted in my emails, wherever I was, I provided the Amazon link. I didn't provide my website link because I didn't feel like getting up to be shipping out no books each time I got an order. So as life changes, your marketing strategy may change. But generally, to go back to that, printing from Amazon is cheaper. I kind of like the quality of their books. As far as printing, it's not that much different as far as coloring, but I've kind of noticed it. Also, Ingram does offer hard copy printing. They've been doing that for some time. However, since last year, Amazon started offering hardcover copies. They don't have a lot of sizes. I think they only have 5 sizes for hardcover. My hardcover book that I just printed or just released last week, I actually printed on Lulu. So Amazon and Ingram aren't your only printers that you can use, but I printed my hard copy on Lulu because the size that I wanted was not offered on Amazon. Alright, proofs. I touched on this earlier. If you are wanting a proof copy, like a copy of your book to perhaps do a live or a book reveal, you just want to make sure everything is okay before you distribute it or offer it to the world. Proofs, Amazon offer them for free. Ingram, you're going to have them, excuse me, let me take that back. Amazon does not offer them for free. Amazon is cheaper. However, you can get a proof copy of your book before you distribute it. Ingram, it's the same, but once you get to the printing phase, you have to approve it for printing, then get a proof copy of your book, and then by chance there's any changes, then there's going to be a free fee to make any changes at $25 or $49. Where make any changes on Amazon, there is not a fee for that. You can just upload your new changes and it will go as is. Refunds. So generally when you offer your book on Amazon, they are any refunds unless something, I don't know, tragic happened. But Amazon is pretty good in shipping out quality books, so there is no refund. The customer can't say, hey, I want something, let's say I damaged, whatever, but generally there's no refunds on Amazon. However, with Ingram Spark, because generally these are corporation, big businesses that are ordering your books, and they're going to be ordering, 500 at a time, 5,000 at a time. They're going to be having a larger, wholesale in bulk. They can get a refund. Now, I'm going to say this. So, generally, when you're offering your book on Ingram, you are, offering wholesale, prices. So, generally, you can discount your book, I think for 35 to 55%. I think I'm going to say 30. I'm just going to stick with 35. They have the scale there. So, you could discount your book to make it more enticing for a bookstore to purchase your book. So, reason why I say you can offer refunds, because generally with a bookstore, after 6 months, out of those 5,000 copies, they still have 1,000. They can return your book, and your credit card is on file, so you are responsible for the shipping cost that's going to have them shipped back to you, or you can have them destroyed, which I believe there's still a fee for that. Now, on the other end, you can make your books unrefundable or unreturnable, I should say. However, that perhaps doesn't look so good, because generally why bookstores buy in large quantities and buy from a particular publisher, which would be you, aka the author, is because the books are returnable. So they're not losing out on their money. If not all these books sell, they can always return them. So you want to think about that in mind when you are uploading your book to Ingram. They are going to ask for a credit card. It must be, up to date, have the funds on there, because they will charge it with a quickness when it comes time to, any reprints you need to make, any refunds, anything of that nature. So distribution. And that's simply having your book available on many different platforms. Amazon, of course, handles Amazon. Ingram has hundreds, because they are associated with the libraries, the bookstores, Walmart, Target. They are associated with all of those different platforms. So when people come to me and they say, I want my book available in all these different bookstores, Ingram is the go-to. But I like to talk to them to let them know pretty much all this information that I am, explaining to you guys, kind of know what their marketing plan is. Because some of them, there's like, hey, I've heard about how, Amazon takes a percentage, so I want all my money. So I was like, okay, cool. You just want to use these platforms for printing. When you start promoting your book, you want to draw attention to your website. Make sure you have an e-commerce website that people are able, easily able to pay you. Don't have people searching around your website. Send them to that direct page, or make your book known on the home page. Because there are some people who want to shop with you, but if you make it hard for them to shop with you, then it's like, you know what, you're not about to get my money. So making sure you have these things all in play. Building up your email list if you don't have one. A lot of authors, they don't take into consideration that when they publish a book, they are automatically a brand. They have a business. Their book is their product. They are their brand, whether it's their personal brand or their business brand. They perhaps want to be known for a particular genre. You are all of that automatically. As soon as you publish a book, as soon as you say, I'm a writer, you are automatically that. So making sure that your distribution, your plan, how you want to market your book, all of that is in play. You know what I'm saying? You can use Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok. All these have. TikTok is great right now because I just found out they have you can run ads on TikTok. Stuff organic. So depending on the type of book you have, if it's nonfiction business, then maybe it's LinkedIn. Maybe you want to be targeting LinkedIn. Like I had an author who was HR. You perhaps want to be on LinkedIn, providing educational information about, hiring practices, firing practice, depending on what your book is on, and networking with these organizations to see if you can come speak. Matter of fact, don't even charge a speaking fee. Just say, hey, I need you to purchase 200 of my books, a book for each employee, and I'll come speak for free. However it is you want to market and target your book, okay? And I think the last one I have here is ISBN. So both of these platforms offer free ISBN. However, I'm not going to say I don't recommend. It depends on your marketing strategy. So if you're like, hey, I know I'm only going to be on Amazon. I'm new to this thing. I just want to try this one book out. Boom, just to see. They're cool. If you just want to go to Amazon, use their free ISBN. It's not like they've got any royalties. Of course, they take percentages for distribution and printing and all of that. But their name is associated to the ISBN. And some bookstores don't like that. Ingram offers their free one as well. And of course, if you use that, you want to make sure you're starting off with Ingram and distribute on Ingram platform. Or if you want to use both, make sure you don't do expanded distribution. However, I recommend you purchase your own ISBN, or you could purchase one from Get It Done Publishing. However, I personally would like to see the books that I'm going to put my publishing company name. Once again, I do not get any royalties. It's just, like I say, a marketing tactic. You can go to Bowker, excuse me, BOWKER, Bowker, BOWKER.com. And go to My Identifiers, and that's where you get your ISBN. If you just order one, these prices can change. I think it's $125. Then I think they have packages of 1, 10, 100, 1,000, whatever. And it's actually cheaper the more you order. But of course, if you're only doing one book and one print book, because your ISBN for your ebook for that same book needs to be different. Your ISBN for that same book, if it's the audio, needs to be different. So one book, depending on the format, print, EPUB, or audio, that's 3 ISBNs that you need right there already. So I recommend go ahead and purchase your own ISBN, especially if you're going to be trying to use Ingram. It's a marketing tactic. You want to seem as professional as possible, that you are, a publishing company that can hang with the big boys, as they say. So I recommend you ordering your own ISBN if possible. I do have my ISBNs that I offer available if you are like publishing with us or different things like that. I like to see the book that I am putting my name on, because perhaps you got it edited elsewhere and you're just using us for other services. And if I don't think it's legit, they did a good job of editing, I'm not putting my name on it. If I think the quality of your story ain't good, I'm not putting my name on it. So I think if anyone has any questions, I just want to run through. So we talked about the platform use. I feel that KDP is easier. How it's structured. Ingram, they require a little bit more metadata, so it may be a little bit a struggle for people to do it. Pricing, generally cheaper on KDP as far as, well, it's free to put your book, but printing prices is generally cheaper on KDP, but it's only cheaper for maybe like $1 or so. However, if you're doing KDP and Ingram, that one book cover, you're going to need it done twice because of different sizes. Order your proof copies. your author copies. Distribution, of course, Ingram is the big dog. It distributes to the Walmart, Target, Barnes and Nobles, all of that stuff. Royalties, of course, Amazon takes their fee. When you do Ingram, the wholesale price, so 35 to 55%, you get to choose. You can also make your books non-returnable, but they may turn off potential bookstores because your book is now considered a risk. Because if they can't return the unsold books, they may not work into your favor. And so once again, I kind of recommend, if you're going to be in this in the long run, if you plan on turning one of your books into an ebook, audiobook, that you purchase your own ISBN. Use KDP for Amazon sales only. Don't use the expanded distribution. And use Ingram for all the other platforms to maximize like your sales and profit. So if you guys, I think that's pretty much it. You know, if you don't have any questions, I'll be ending. But however, if you do have questions later on, you can send me a DM. You can email me at hello. Let me spell this out. hello@AshleyMKing. That is my email, and you could schedule a time for either a consultation or a free discovery call if you are curious to know. If you're curious to know if we'll be a good fit to work together, we can do a complimentary discovery call. I also offer consultations. So if you have a book, you want to talk about your marketing strategy, what's going to work best for you, we can do that. And what I didn't get to announce at the beginning is, if you are unaware, if you are like a business owner, entrepreneur, a coach, or anything like that, I have started a new division within Get It Done Publishing in which we license content. So it's done for you articles, done for you ebooks. You can go to Ashley M. King /brandable-content. Once again, Ashley M. King /brandable-content. And currently we have a lot of self-help. I just launched it, so we talk about self-care, self-love, excuse me. We do have Understanding Facebook Ads and what makes a good ad campaign. 30 days of putting God back into your business and your life. Those are all the current content. It's like 10 options of stuff there. That's available for purchase. It's brandable content, or if you're familiar with private label rights, you can purchase this content, tailor it, make it yours, add your branding, your terminology, all your terms to it, and make it yours. Some content you can purchase and offer for resale. It will say that this is available for resale so that you are able to make a profit on this. So I think that's it, because I need to get ready for my appointment. And so if y'all have any other questions, once again, slide up in a DM or send me an email, and I'll send you a link where you can schedule a time for me to call you, so you have my undivided attention. And I thank y'all so much for tuning in to this little lunch and learn, and have a blessed day.